Hi, everybody.
Hey.
It's Casey and Miranda, the Poke Duo, here for another 5 on 5. We want to thank you, New Zion Missionary Baptist Church, for having us, and Pastor Barrington for asking us to be a part, especially during this week. A lot is going on, and I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I'm sad. I am feeling hopeless, but trying to remind myself that we do have a hope in Jesus Christ, and there is none like him. And that's what our song is about today. So I'm ready for 5 minutes of worship, and Lord knows I need a word. So you ready?
Here we go.
You are the one who knows my need before I call. You tell the storm when it will cease before it starts. The God above is searches deep within my heart. The highest praise cannot proclaim how great you are, and there is none like you, none like you, the faithful one, Jesus. There is none like you, none like you, the faithful one, Jesus. No sacrifice can now repay the debt I owe, or earn this gift of righteousness that was your own. Still I will give myself away to make you known. The name above all of the names is yours alone, and there is none like you, none like you, the faithful one, Jesus. There is none like you, none like you, the faithful one, Jesus. Everlasting, everlasting name above all, Jesus, you are the everlasting, everlasting name above all, Jesus, you are the everlasting, everlasting name above all, Jesus, you are the everlasting,
Hey everyone, welcome to today's 5 on 5 Wednesday devotion. So listen, in Genesis chapter 1 verse 27 it says, "So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them." This talks about the Imago Dei. Now, the Imago Dei is a fancy word or a Latin word which means made in the image of God. Now, we were created in the image and the likeness of God. And essentially that means two things. The first thing that it means is that our value comes from God. But the second thing that it means is that Christ proved our value to him and to God when he died for us at the cross. Now, so let's talk about the first one. Well, in Psalms chapter 8 or Psalms 8 verses 4 through 6, it says, "What is mankind that you are mindful of them? Human beings that you care for them. You have made them a little lower than the angels and crowned them with glory and honor. You made them," talking about mankind, "rulers over the works of your hands. You put everything up under their feet." Now, we bear the image of God, which means we have God's DNA inside of us. Now, when we say that we have God's DNA inside of that, that means that we have the fabric and the essence of God in us. Now, that is the reason why we have been empowered to have dominion and authority over God's creation. Now, we were also created in the likeness of God. Now, when it says that we were created in the likeness of God, that means that we share some of the same characteristics as God. And those characteristics means that we have the ability to reason, to communicate, and have and show emotions. Now, our second thing is that Christ proved our value to him and God when he died for us on the cross. One of my favorite scriptures is in Romans chapter 5, verse 8, where it says, "But God showed his love towards us, that while we were yet sinners, Jesus Christ died for us." Now, we were created in the image and the likeness of God, which is called the Imago Dei. However, there's a problem, and this problem is racism. Now, racism, by definition, simply means that it is the belief that different races possess distinct characteristics, abilities, or qualities, especially so as to distinguish them as inferior or superior to one another. Now, we've all seen the news. We know what's going on in our current society today. But there is a movement that has been in response to the injustices that has been incurred or afforded to black and brown people. That movement is referred to as Black Lives Matter. Now, there is a motivation behind Black Lives Matter, and that is to show that people of color, specifically black people, bear the same image of God as everyone else. But to me, there are many people that can't see the image of God in us, which is why black and brown people are not valued the same. And they're not valued because when many people see black and brown people, they don't see the same image of God in them that they see in themselves. But now, Jesus Christ died for everybody, black, brown, yellow, white. And we see this in Revelation chapter 5, verse 9, where it says, "And with your blood, you purchased for God's persons from every tribe and language and people of all nations." So the image of God does not mean that we look the same, that we act the same, or we are the same. But what it does mean is that we are loved the same by God. Now, whenever someone says Black Lives Matter, it does not mean that all lives don't matter. It just means that everyone in this world needs to know that Black Lives Matter too. And by two, it means that we as black and brown people carry the same image of God as everybody else. There was a song that we learned as we were growing up. It says, "Jesus loved the little children of the world, all of the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in his sight," because Jesus loved the little children of the world. Remember that all of us are loved the same by God. God bless you all, and we'll see you next week.